Because you might be thinking, well, Nate, if even if it was under the Pentagon, we would be able to see how much money we're sending them, right? Well, let me turn your attention to this. For those of you who don't know, the Pentagon has failed 8 consecutive audits in a row. Yes, it has failed every single audit it has had since 2018. The point being there is nobody in America has any idea where any of the money is going that the Pentagon is spending, because when they get audited, they just go, whoopsie, we lost the money. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today is the day where we find out if America will remain a sovereign nation or not. And no, I don't mean that sarcastically. I'm not being hyperbolic. We are literally going to find out that later today, as the House is about to vote on officially the NDAA. And if you don't know what that is, it's the bill that's going to merge the American military and intelligence apparatuses with our greatest allies. Yes, the IDF. Because, wow, that's not the most treasonous thing that's ever happened in American politics. Literally. And again, this is probably the most important thing that's ever been voted on in American Congress, at least in recent modern history. Now, I'm sure YouTube is going to suppress this video because the media doesn't want anyone talking about this. They want it to just slide under the radar so the American people don't pay attention to it. But I wanted to put this video out ahead of time so as many people as possible are paying attention to this, because they're supposed to start voting on this in just a few hours, and everyone should be watching this in America. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to talk about what all this means. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel. Follow us on Patreon. Grab some America First, America Only merch for the summer. Okay, we're going to jump into it. Let's talk about it. And again, I am going to cover the results of this later. I have to go in town for a little bit right after this. But if the voting hasn't started yet when I get back, I'm going to live stream this. If it's already happened, I'll put out another video later today letting us know if our country is utterly fucked or not. And I have a bad feeling it probably will be. So let's actually talk about what this actually is.
Attempting to merge the U.S. military with the IDF to pass a law that makes it impossible to disentangle, a law that basically funnels military aid to the Israeli military from the United States without any vote. And so it's very stealthy, it's clever, it's completely evil. And there's been very little attention paid to it because the American media is 100% behind it.
No one in the future can withdraw from it, or else it would be a federal violation. How is this possible?
There's no clearer example of treason that I can think of. That is selling out your country.
So like Tucker said there, it's treason. That's exactly what this is. The great part about this is all of these congressmen are going to go on the record with this vote. And by voting on this, this will be treason. It will be sedition. And I hope they all know that. It's never going away. We're going to know who you are forever. And we're not going to forget. Now, I'll explain why this is happening, because as Tucker said there, it's very stealthy, it's very clever, and I'll explain multiple reasons for why they're doing this. But let's talk about what actually happened yesterday. Now, Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna, of course, the only congressmen who seem to give a shit about anything that actually is good for America, tried to block this from going through. And then we saw yesterday, as Thomas Massie says here, unfortunately, the rule passed just now, and no debate or vote was allowed on Section 219, integration of U.S. military technology and supply chains with our greatest ally. The NDAA will receive a recorded vote tomorrow with Section 219 in it. I will vote no. Well, at least he will, because every other fucking Republican's going to vote yes. As he then says, while Americans are focused on other things like how to make ends meet in the face of rapidly rising costs of living, tomorrow the House will vote to merge our military technology and supply chains with our greatest ally. Our founders would be appalled at what Congress is doing right now. And it turns out, yes, they would. Because it doesn't say anywhere in the Constitution that we're supposed to be merging our militaries with any other foreign country. And he would be absolutely rolling in his grave right now. All right, and Ro Khanna put out a video last night talking about exactly this.
Massie and I have been fighting to stop the integration of our military with Israel's military. It's shocking that this even has to be explained. It's about American sovereignty. Yet yesterday, the Rules Committee found that Thomas Massie's amendment couldn't even get a vote in the House of Representatives. We do not even have the chance to vote in the House to stop Israel and the United States from co-producing weapons. We need to now fight to strip this amendment in the conference between the House and the Senate.
So now, why are they doing this? Let me give you the real reasons, okay, for whatever bullshit reason they're trying to give you, which they're actually not even trying to give any reasons at all. They're just trying to slide this through stealthily. So the American people won't notice that it even happened. And again, won't even allow votes on dissent for it. So that's how you know, yeah, it's probably pretty treasonous. And really what they want to do here by this integration between both the intelligence apparatuses and the military. So what they really want to do here, this is all about funding, right? So you've seen Uncle BB out there talking about how he wants to completely decouple U.S. aid from our greatest ally, right? No more funding. Israel's going to stand on its own. Well, at the same time, they're doing this because what this will do is it'll make it so Congress doesn't have to budget and show the American people how much money we are sending them every year. What they'll do is just conveniently slide this into the Pentagon's budget. And why is that so great? Oh, because then the American people will never know again how much money is actually being sent to them. And I'll show you why. Because you might be thinking, well, Nate, even if it was under the Pentagon, we would be able to see how much money we're sending them, right? Well, let me turn your attention to this. For those of you who don't know, the Pentagon has failed 8 consecutive audits in a row. Yes, it has failed every single audit it has had since 2018. The point being there is nobody in America has any idea where any of the money is going that the Pentagon is spending, because when they get audited, they just go, whoopsie, we lost the money. So that's the entire purpose of this. The second point is the intelligence apparatus combining. And why do they really want to do that? Well, it'll give our greatest ally access to, oh, that's right, all of your information, everything that the American government knows about you through its intelligence apparatuses, our greatest ally will now have access to as well. Now, that sounds like a great thing. Why would they need that? Why would they possibly need that or want that? I don't know. I'll let you speculate on that yourself, but probably not for any good reasons, I'd have to bet. Now, the reason why I'm trying to put optics on this with my platform ahead of time, and I hope every other social media creator does as well, is again, the mainstream media is not saying a word about this. And while Marjorie Taylor Greene says this, the upcoming NDA vote will be the most watched in modern times, and that it will list every member of Congress who betrayed America. Now, I wish this was actually true, but again, the regular American masses have no idea this is even happening. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, none of them are talking about this. So it's really only people that are already ingesting independent media who are paying attention who are actually probably going to see this, although I do agree with her that this will list and document every traitor to the United States that's in our politics. But it's also the big social media companies, yes, YouTube and X. And what I decided to do is just open up X today in a blank account just to see what the basic algorithm is going to push people right now. And you would think this is the biggest news in America and American politics, and again, probably the last 50 to 60 years. You'd think this would be everywhere. Let's see what happens when I pulled up X. All right, just a blank account, as you see here, says set up your profile. But what is the algorithm going to feed you right now? Okay, first thing, Andrew Tate, got it. Here's some ads. Next thing, Andrew Tate, got it. Andrew Tate, got it. Oh, here's Trump with a body double. Yeah, okay, slop, slop, slop. Andrew Tate, Trump with a body double. Not a single poster mention on the feed that they're algorithmically pushing everybody about this on X. Elon, why? Why aren't you showing anybody this? That's very, very interesting. It's all, again, Andrew Tate slob, Donald Trump body doubles. Serious issues like this, nowhere to be found, even on Elon's pro-America platform. Weird. Now, let me be clear. This is not just a specifically Israel thing. I don't care what country this is. It could be literally any country, any of our allies. This could be Britain, Australia, Japan, Canada. We have no business merging our militaries and intelligence apparatuses with another foreign country. And here's another big one that's a big problem with this. We're talking about the means of production for military equipment. One of the big things we know about our greatest ally is that they steal American military intelligence and R&D, and they sell it to other countries. So now what we're giving them is all of our technology, all of our highest level technology, and they can feel free to use that or sell it off to Russia, who they're also close with, if you didn't know. And why is that a big deal? Oh, okay, well now, potentially future wars, the United States military is going to have to fight against its own high-level technology and equipment because, I don't know, we just gave it away. You also don't do this because you never know which country who is currently your ally, maybe 40 years from now, won't be your ally anymore. I don't know. If you look at a country like Japan, we have a very close alliance with them. Look at our back history there. Britain, Yeah, that's an ally. But didn't we fight the Revolutionary War against them? You see how this works? Why would you merge your militaries with another foreign country when you could potentially be at war with that country later? It doesn't make any sense. And again, it's just ending American sovereignty. And unfortunately, guys, if I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is going to pass and it's going to go through and it's going to be an abject can of worms disaster going forward for the United States and the rest of the world, especially the Middle East. So I'm going to cut it there. Again, the vote is today. We are going to find out later today, again, if we are going to continue to be a sovereign nation or if we have completely sold this country out. So check in with me in a couple hours. We'll find out together. It's going to do it for this one. Catch y'all in the next video.